Hello everyone, welcome. Where the fuck is the... There should be like the voice chat. Where'd that go? Oh wait, we're not on the right voice channel, that's why. I moved us over.
Thanks for moving me for me.
Hi everyone, welcome. We're back to Forbidden Mystery Vault, normal style. I need to turn the fucking middies off. I need to get the game running correctly. But today we're playing Darkseid. Darkseid in a cool and fun and interesting way, which is to say that Troka isn't gonna help me at all, and I'm
Like
probably
I
gonna
do,
suffer.
like I do normally.
I mean, you usually do, reluctantly. You just take a bit of convincing.
which is really what you want in an adventure game. You want a recalcitrant ink system. Otherwise, you're going to end up just relying on it, and you'll never actually play the game.
I guess that's true. I mean, I had fun with like my first adventure game as a kid, just following a walkthrough that I printed out. So it's not impossible to enjoy a game like that, but it's definitely different.
You might as well just watch a long play or read a kinetic novel at that point.
I mean, I suppose
Today we're putting Riley. How many viewers do we even have? I feel like we have like none.
it's hard to
Yeah,
know.
it's literally just me. It looks like.
I mean, it's hard to know because this Twitch is also not particularly accurate. What does it make?
Insanely good border work.
Yeah.
I feel like these are the kind of borders that you don't see outside of like the PC 98.
I really don't like that bit in the intro where he gets the baby in his forehead.
That sure was some nightmare. It even left me with a monster headache.
Okay, it seems like the audio is
Oh
not coming through. Oh no, it is.
no,
Okay,
it's
there we
going
go.
on my end. I
Well,
was
My
about to
head is
say
killing me.
your end is not the stream end.
I was about to say that I'm
My head
really
feels like it's
glad.
going to explode.
I was about to say I was really glad
These nightmares have
that
given me a mean
you did in
headache.
fact get the version with voice acting.
Yeah.
Man, the color scheme of this game is just it's all reds and browns.
Yeah, it's good.
It's kind of sickly, you know.
For sure.
The old pipes don't work.
Type of guy with a bath and a shower.
Damn. Living it up.
Better not touch that. It's hot. I'm already dry. I look great. Then again, the mirror is dirty.
The mirror is dirty.
This dilapidated room gives me the chills. Must be the cold draft.
Well, it is dilapidated.
I wouldn't want to wear such a heavy, old coat.
What's under the bed?
This bed hasn't been slept on in years.
The like voice lines are
So,
Hmm?
so the premise of this game, I don't the opening cutscene didn't establish this, but I believe it's in the manual. Uh, is that Mike Dawson has bought this house?
Yeah.
He bought this house. That's why he woke up in this house, and now he's just walking around complaining about all the things in this house.
That's kind of real though.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah. Like, yeah, you just moved. You just moved house. It was just like this, right?
Well, it was more so the opposite because my new house is a lot better than the old one. But I've definitely been in that situation. With like, man, I miss having this thing from my last house. Um. The
Having fun walking there.
Can someone reset Riley's instance?
Instance?
Oh, is it because I was just walking around in a circle? Is that why? Oh no, wait! It's a joke
Yeah.
about this. Maybe it's a joke about the
Those
stream
wooden
title.
planks creak
I think it's a
lot.
joke about the stream title. These wooden planks creak a lot.
One thing I don't like about Scum VM is the aesthetics
artwork
of its
looks old
interface,
and
just
feels
kind of
old, too.
intruding on
And
games.
not even
Yeah.
one safe behind it.
I think you can disable the like save menu showing up, but I don't remember how.
This attic is full of useless items left over from the previous owner. Some of these windows need to have the glass replaced.
That's a real audio issue. This isn't a bit. Something terrible is going on. Well, okay, let me go onto this menu. What is the audio issue that's happening? Is it like my mic, or is it the game audio? What the... That sounds like a bitrate issue, but I don't know what the... Hmm.
This I just turned on the stream audio. That's not happening to the stream that I'm watching. I think that might be on your end, very throwable.
Hmm. Perhaps your computer is haunted? By like the Dark Seed ghost? I thought that the sounds thing might be a menu, but no, it was just you can turn sounds on or off. I need to go to the doorbell, but it won't let me fucking go downstairs. Yep.
The entrance to this house must have seen countless guests come and go, but it's just me now. It's a calm neighborhood out here. My house seems somehow out of time, a relic of a dark past, or perhaps a dark future.
What? You bought this house, dude. I thought you would have liked it. Also, why did that guy just leave? Did I miss the trigger? Oh, there was there's a package.
A relic of a dark past, or perhaps a dark future. The Watchful Eye, Crime by Night. Woodland Hills has been recently struck by an incredible crime wave. Police have no suspects to date, but urge citizens not to stay out too late at night unless with large groups of people. It has been explained to this reporter that police officials and citizens alike are doing everything in their power to round up suspects and return blah blah to round up suspects and return stolen properties to the rightful owners. Until the culprits are apprehended, however, it is up to us to make the wise choice and protect ourselves and our properties. This is one reporter who will, for the next few nights, find himself in front of the television. If you can easily avoid potential danger, why not do so?
It seems like it's kind of weird that they reprinted like a whole 2 lines of this newspaper article. Like they were printed it twice.
Typos. So. It's that baby doll you want.
Why is it? I like can't do anything. He seems to not have any. It's not even in my inventory.
Yeah. He expected that, you know? It was like, you know, when he went to, you know...
God. The fucking first it's the doorbell, now it's the phone. Is this the phone? Where the fuck is the phone?
No, the phone is... I think the phone is on the end table near your bed.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Back up the stairs. Back up the stairs. Guy. I don't know what this guy's... I forgot what this guy's name is.
Mike Dawson.
Mike?
Hello.
Hello, Mike. This is Sue at the library. We have a book on hold for you, so please drop by sometime.
Okay,
I know that when I'm moving into a new house, the first thing I do is I send a package of a baby doll to myself.
Yeah. I also love to decorate my house with my weird skull bong in the corner here. My weird skull-shaped bong.
The one that's 3 feet tall.
Yeah, my giant skull bong.
My giant skull bong. I mail a baby doll to myself, and then I go put a book on hold at the library.
Old newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
I've already read this paper. Nothing in here.
Nothing in here.
That was the one pre-buy inspection he did, is he went all the way up to the attic and rifled through its old newspaper and read it cover to cover.
Why is he just pushing the trunk and not opening it?
Yeah, because there's a watch behind the trunk. Oh god. Oh god. Look at the watch again. I've got a really bad feeling about the watch.
What?
Is there a way to look at it?
I can read it. Like...
You can just... Oh, fuck, you've got to read it? Oh!
It's like... the... Well, I don't know which is the short and which is the long hand, though. It's kind of hard to tell. Troca is really hard to hear. Let me try and fix that. Troca, do you mind speaking again?
No, I don't mind speaking. I could speak for as much as you need or don't need.
Okay. It definitely gets better when there's like a... It was a bit of a muffled, but I think it's a bit better now. I'll just turn you up to full for now. No, this is the back of the house.
At least the lawn doesn't need... At least the lawn doesn't need mowing. It's all AstroTurf back there.
Yeah.
And unoccupied.
Oh, I love how small I am. He's really just going.
This town looks unnaturally quiet.
It looks fine.
This town looks unnaturally red, brown.
An old library. A venerable repository of knowledge. It guards its bounty behind a handsomely decorated structure. The water feels so cool and refreshing.
I can't
Who
drink it.
describes a library like that?
I really don't know.
Mike Dawson.
Yeah, I
This
guess
room
my
reminds
The
me of
Dawson.
erudite
study,
Mike
full of
Dawson.
leather-bound books. She's an extremely beautiful woman.
Okay.
She seems busy and rather preoccupied with her job.
Hi, Mike. Here's the book that was put on hold for you.
Oh god. They couldn't afford FMV, I guess. Tune into the right
Tune
station.
into the right station
Or
for a
dependable word.
dependable word from a concerned friend.
That would be very impolite. The sort of thing your former coworker Larry would have tried to do.
What? What the fuck does that mean?
I think that was a delayed response to you clicking on her one more time than you were supposed to.
Oh, right.
Like it had a response to your first click, and then it sent the response to your second click, which it
Right.
has
Right.
creep on this lady.
Well, I guess I go... Do I have a radio at home?
I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I'm honor bound.
Yeah, you are honor bound.
These leather-bound books remind me of my book collection still in storage. It's kind of unsettling.
He
Why
goes
is
to
that
the
unsettling?
library.
The books would fall apart.
He
if I
goes to the
touched them.
library and says, "This reminds me of my study with all these leather-bound books." He goes to his study and he says, "This reminds me of my book collection, still in storage."
Reminds me of books.
This man loves books. This man just so
He loves
bookish.
books.
That's a chilly draft
loves
blowing through this decrepit old
specifically-
living room.
He loves specifically leather-bound books, and that's the HR Geeker connection because it's really the BDSM
More
of
dust
books.
on my hands. A
leather-bound. Come on.
masterpiece of the macabre. Its eyes follow me relentlessly.
He just, like... His house is, like, completely decorated. Like, none of the furniture got taken out when he bought it,
Yeah,
An
sometimes
old
you
oak
sometimes you buy a furnished house.
I guess. But why did he buy a house with all the scary furniture?
The varnish is still smooth.
His
I
clock
can't
doesn't...
imagine
His
anything
watch doesn't
coming
seem to
through
be
this
moving.
kitchen until the cleaning lady has disinfected.
Oh, it's
it.
definitely moving.
The watch?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you like click on the watch and then click on yourself to get like a look at watch, and it's just gonna. Can you right click on the watch?
Oh, if you just have to use this thing. Time is 1:58 p.m.
The door is stuck. I wouldn't want to see the food in here anyway.
You bought a house that still has food in the refrigerator?
That's what I'm
Here are
talking about. It feels
collection of
like
empty wine bottles.
like
The previous owner must have had some reason to drink.
A bunch of empty wine bottles in the cellar. That's weird. That's weird.
What would I want with an empty bottle?
I don't know, buddy. You bought the house with the cellar full of empty wine bottles.
What? They must have gotten a fucking great deal.
Yeah. $2 for this house.
Now that was $2 in what 1991 money.
Yeah.
So oh, every time he walks over those stairs, it makes like a frog croak.
Yeah.
But yeah, in 1991 dollars, in today's money, of course, $2 would be 780 million.
$780 million.
Yeah, inflation's gotten wild this past couple of years.
Full of useless items left over from the previous owner. No radio though.
It's a bit of a fixer-upper. A ball, find the puncture marks left by the neighbor's dog. Of course, you're gonna have to make.
Tremendous view
uh,
of the town
You're
from
gonna have to
up
make
here.
a.
But the wooden railing looks as though it has seen better days.
Hang on, there's like a guy here.
You're gonna have to make. No, that's like a mast that's on the. That's like the decorative thing that's on the front of a ship.
Right, it's like a gargoyle. It just looks like a man got melted into the wood. Like a man was standing there and then he got melted to become one with the railing.
This is an HR Geeker game.
Yeah, that's true.
The Anyway, what I'm gonna speculate is that you're gonna need to make like a plaster mold of the dog's dental impression upon that ball for some reason. You know, this house seems somehow out of time. A relic of a dark past,
past or perhaps a dark future. Yeah. At least the lawn doesn't need mowing though.
A shambles.
A-
Reminds me of my last
a dark
garage.
future, like the year 2025.
This car sure is old, but I think it could still be made to run.
Steal from those who protect you, or you will not be able to protect yourself in the dark world.
Steal from those who protect you, or else you'll not be able to protect yourself from the dark world. He just doesn't care. He just doesn't, care about that. He's just like, yep, that sounds normal to me. What is up with this guy?
That's the biggest question of these two games is what's up with Mike Dawson?
What the fuck is wrong with Mike Dawson? What's the time? 3:17 p.m. The road seems strangely empty and unoccupied. Yeah, I get it. They couldn't afford to put more people on the screen. It's fine.
Here's an entry to an old cemetery, overgrown with weeds.
Actually,
it's not a cemetery. It's a cemetery.
fuck! I wanted to make that joke. Also, this game is only it's not really FMV, but it does still have a digitized human actor. This is a real actor.
Yeah.
Which
That's actually the real guy, Mike Dawson.
This place looks like
Mike-
no one
Mike
has been around
Dawson.
and attended for a long time.
Mike
The stone
Dawson
feels
is the
rough with
lead
sharp edges,
developer on
though
this
it has
game.
just recently
Oh my
been
gosh.
chiseled.
Wait, I thought you were doing a bit.
No. He really is. He's the guy who made. He's one of the
Stone is very
guys, one of the
worn,
lead
like it's been
guys
here
who
for
made this
centuries.
game.
That's very funny.
And he also he
Don't
was
disturb
he would
the
just
dead.
kind of put himself in there as the placeholder, and then they just went with it. It's like, yeah, that's good enough.
Don't disturb the dead, the mysterious woman in my head tells me. I guess so. Tuttle.
Tuttle. I feel like that's a reference to something.
These are ancient symbols
reference
covering
to-
this mausoleum. But I'm not up on my Egyptian. The tomb door won't open.
It's like how the Rand brothers became the entire cast of Myst. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think Tuttle is a reference to MASH.
Jay McKeegan.
Jay McKeegan.
R. Leibowitz, a canticle for his deeds. This stone feels stone cold.
What the fuck is even the point of coming out here?
He's dead. Leave him alone. Jay Pooch.
A lot of
May he rest in peace.
headstone jokes.
A lot of headstone jokes.
Tuttle, yeah.
Also, crucially, Dawson had left the company before Darkseid 2 was made, and it was apparently a less than amicable split, which is why Mike goes from a somewhat relatable everyman to a complete wiener. The thing is, right, he's like somewhat relatable, sure, but he also does just not acknowledge some, like he's like, wow, this place is so strange and empty, and then he hears a voice on the radio telling him to steal from those who protect him, or else he will not be able to protect himself in the dark world. And then he just doesn't care. He just doesn't, like, notice it, it seems. Is that one just for me, I guess? It's like just going to town.
This is the inside of a police station.
He says it so surprised.
I don't see anything of interest.
Yeah.
At least there aren't any pictures of anyone I know here. Mugshots don't make good souvenirs.
Plugs Food Market.
What a quaint general store with a
If you
little
ever,
bit of
if
everything
you ever
for
end up with a
day-to-day
lot of dead
existence.
time, I'll read the backstory that's in the manual. But so far, I mean, you have been bang, 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 just hammering out this game.
The hand will do nothing to the clerk.
Talk to the hand, clerk.
The countertop feels very smooth.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dawson, but you'll have to pay for that. Serve yourself, Mr. Dawson.
So I have to give him the money first, and then I grab stuff. Of course, that's how stores work.
Yeah, it's a small town. He's watching you. You just give him the money and then take whatever you want. It's really a kind of the honor system, this economy. You give him nothing has any price tags on it. You just hand him the money, and as you like hover your hand over the items and keep looking back at him, like and you like watch his facial expression, and if he
Yeah.
nods or shakes his head.
There's a bottle of soy sauce.
Soy sauce, huh? I bet that's going to be completely progression vital. I don't know. One way or the other.
I bet a
don't
lot of
remember
these
the
items
exact-
are going to be really important. I gotta spend more of my money.
Give me the soy sauce. Yes.
Well, well, well.
Hi, Autumn. I'm doing grocery shopping.
You know, it's always darkest before the seed.
That's the last bottle of scotch. Boy, Delbert's gonna be mad.
What you buying?
Oh, fuck Delbert!
Hi, you must be Mike. I'm your neighbor, Delbert.
Oh no!
Why don't we get together
I just
tomorrow?
went
I'll
lost.
meet you outside your place at 6. You're a writer, huh? I'm a lawyer by trade. Why don't you take one of my cards?
So we're not supposed to help.
No, you're not allowed to help. It is
Got it.
Troka's curse.
Not
upon
that
you.
there was anything to help here, just to establish that.
So I bought the last bottle of scotch, and then the clerk is like, "Oh boy, Delbert's gonna be mad." And then immediately some guy walks in and he's like, "Hi, I'm Delbert. Let's meet tomorrow at 6 outside your house." That I didn't ask
This
for the
man is
address
having-
of.
This man is having the longest haircut of all time.
Gotta get it right.
Maybe I should call.
He's
for an
having every
appointment
hair
first.
cut individually.
Yeah, so go home and call for a barber appointment.
Yes, there's gas in the car.
Yeah, that's a good point, Andrea. Is there gas in the car? There is a car in this game.
That is
Have
true.
you checked if there's gas in
I
it?
should open the Twitch so I can see chat.
Let's go check if there's gas in the car. The thing is that my house seems somehow out of time, a relic of a dark past, or perhaps a dark future.
I was about to make the joke about the car.
Here's the opening to the gas tank.
Is it full?
Want some rye? What you do?
A real wood steering wheel. There's a glove compartment. Doesn't appear to be locked.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Here are a pair of old.
It's
gardening
got gloves. These will be perfect for strangling.
These will be perfect for training. Steal from those who protect you, or you will not be able to protect yourself in the dark world. Does that mean, like, steal from the police?
Do the police protect you?
I can't tell you.
Yeah, I mean, nobody can tell me, but I'm just sort of musing.
This place is a shambles.
This place is a shambles.
Yeah, I could see that if he's like from New England, and he's sort of a Stephen King character, you know. Despite
yeah.
being H.R. Giger, he's basically a Stephen King character.
I should go put all this stuff in the fridge. Oh wait, I forgot
please.
my fridge is sealed shut.
Please yell at me if my eating comes through, by the way.
So far it hasn't.
Oh,
Not
good.
notable. Unless anyone else in the chat says so. So, what I was wondering, Autumn, is, so, like, this guy moves into this house fully furnished, right? Like, but all the
Mhm.
furniture is, like, scary. Like, he's like, oh, this bed has been slept on in years. Oh, there's this scary painting that follows me everywhere. Like, why'd you move into this scary house with all this scary furniture?
Or listen, free furniture with a house. Have you done furniture shopping recently? I guess you
Yes.
kind of have, probably.
Also, it's 1991. It's not recently.
Well, have you done furniture shopping in 1991?
No, that's also not true.
I'm going to
I better
answer
not
your
rinse
question
anything
by
in that water.
I'm going to answer your question by reading the first 3 paragraphs of the backstory. Greg Cameron and I had just closed one of the biggest deals in our combined 21 years at the agency, making the prospect of staying with Cameron, Dawson, and Tillich even more lucrative. I'm Mike Dawson. Not only did I claim 1/3 of the firm's name, I am the chairman of the board. That kind of money is hard to pass up, especially when you're the head of one of the biggest ad agencies in San Francisco. But writing was my calling. And for writing, I needed a quiet spot where I could collect my thoughts and be receptive to the ever-elusive blessings of inspiration. The ad in the paper shattered all doubts. A large, fully furnished Victorian-style house in Woodland Hills, California. Seclusion was the first word that caught my eye. No noise, no competition, no rat race. Bargain was the second. In fact, it was dirt cheap. I couldn't see how the owner could make any profit at that asking price. Apparently, the property was just put on the market, and it was a steal. It was a killing. It was the ideal novel writing environment. During a recent business trip, I flew by prop plane to a small privately owned airport just outside of Woodland Hills. I was, through a series of embarrassing circumstances, delayed at the airport. By the time I got to the house, I only had enough time to give it a quick walkthrough. The only impression I was able to get of the house at night that it was very large and dead quiet. This was the only criteria that needed verifying in my mind. I continued my trip confident that I would own that house very soon. That's the first page.
Oh my god.
So that's why he bought this house fully furnished, almost sight unseen.
Yeah, he hadn't actually looked at the house. He was just like, dang, it's big and it's quiet. And he didn't realize that it was full of scary furniture that makes him
I
scared.
think these wooden planks creak a lot.
Those wooden cranks do creak a lot. Well, so look at he does have his epic skull bong, though.
I had one of those.
At this size? Like 3 feet tall?
Bigger than that.
Bigger than 3 feet tall
It was
skull
a
bong?
novelty huge one. Yeah, it was not very good.
Andrea points out, what if there's rot? It's an old house. What if there's rot? This is exactly what happened to J.K. Rowling. She moved into a house, an old house that had black mold and rot in it, and it made her transphobic.
I don't think that's.
I feel like she was already transphobic.
She was probably already transphobic.
She got the cordyceps that make you transphobic.
Maybe she was born with the cordyceps.
I don't think it has anything to do with cordyceps. I think cordyceps are very trans-friendly.
Well, trans-agnostic at least.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean...
Here's an old pair of wooden skis that need refinishing.
That'll be important. I wish I could open this trunk.
No use trying, it's really tight.
Maybe I could use the skis as a crowbar?
It's not ski season yet.
Okay, don't even try to be imaginative. Okay, let's see how it is.
This must be... Where did you say in California? Northern California?
That's a gargoyle. One of those mythical creatures used to keep...
Woodland Hills!
Where the fuck is that? Woodland Hills, CA. That's just in Los Angeles. What?
He moved
Like,
from
it's not...
San Francisco to a Los Angeles suburb to get seclusion.
It is definitely an LA suburb. It is like northwest of LA proper.
Should I go to sleep now that it's 8 p.m.? I feel like 8 p.m. is a good time for my character to go to sleep, and I have no idea what else to do. I'm gonna do it. He just doesn't get out of his clothes. The ghoul. The ghoul.
These nightmares have given me a mean headache. My head feels like it's going to explode.
He doesn't need to watch out for ghosts, he needs to watch out for Columbo.
Since I moved in.
And bathroom sink water. freak fuck.
What's wrong with bathroom sink corner?
That's where you wash your hands after you use the toilet.
Dilapidated room gives me the chills.
I think
Okay, hey, hang on. The water coming out of the sink is fine though.
Those wooden planks.
Yes.
I think the bigger problem is that I would not trust the pipes in this house.
Yeah, I mean, he did say that.
Useless items left over from the previous owner. Some of these windows
Everything in this game is
tremendous
brown,
view of the town from
and I
up here.
think that's going to include the
But
tap
wooden
wall.
railing looks as though it has seen
Yeah.
better days.
You're better off drinking the scotch like an old sailor. Now, were you meant to meet Dilbert at 6 a.m. or 6 p.m.?
I assume it's 6 p.m.
Come and go, but it's just me now.
It would not be 6 a.m. If somebody asked me to meet them at 6 a.m., I would shoot them dead.
It's a calm neighborhood out here.
Yeah, especially given that the two things the first thing
Dark
that we
past.
learned about this guy.
Perhaps a dark future.
The first thing we learned
Dark
about this
seed.
thing is that this guy is that he's an alcoholic. So he probably doesn't want to get up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
This place is a shambles. Reminds me of my last garage.
Okay, so
Dude goes to bed right before 8 and wakes up at 10.
So the problem that I'm having is that I don't have any more money. But I do have sardines and soy sauce and scotch. And some gardening
The road
gloves.
seems strangely empty.
So you've got a terrible lunch.
Yeah. Like two... Like, you could... Maybe it would be a bit tough, but you could, like, cook those gardening gloves up. Maybe
This
they're
room looks
leather.
unnaturally quiet. I
You
can't
have
go in there
enough
without
money for a
showering first.
terrible lunch.
I can't go in there without showering first. I gotta go back home and shower. Why did you leave the house then?
Oh, yeah. I just remembered why I looked it up. Why does he have skis in LA?
Well, the previous owner had... That's supposed to be a sign of his derangement, of the previous owner's, like, scary fucked upness. He had skis in central LA.
Not central.
Northern. Is it northern? I don't know.
It's like kind of northwest.
Oh. It's 11 a.m.
I guess if you live in LA, you're probably got the money to like go on vacation somewhere where it does snow.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy is like the chairman of our firm.
Yeah.
The chairman of one of the most successful ad agencies in San Francisco. Chairman of the board.
He's
Like,
kind
this
of
guy is
bourgeoisie.
rolling it. This guy is like bourgeoisie as hell.
Yeah.
He is
I think
rolling
he
in it.
does.
What do you mean no shower scene? That was the shower scene.
He wears his clothes in there.
Anyway, he totally deserves to have a weird alien baby implanted in his head while he sleeps.
What I think should happen to all rich ad executives. That's what they're doing to us all the time, you know?
And that...
They're putting their babies in our head and hoping it matches it with purchase. This is just karmic.
Is that what happens in this game? It's the first scene of the game.
Everything for day-to-day existence.
Is that...
Yeah, that's what this game is about. Mike Dawson has an alien baby implanted in his head. He's head Mpreg, and he has...
This is the inside of a
And
police
he has to
station.
do something about that.
I don't see anything of interest.
Don't worry, I'm sure Riley will have to restart the game from scratch
Old
eventually.
office desk.
You'll see it.
He
You touched the desk. You
He's
touched the desk. You touched the desk.
just tapping the disc.
It's just such a weird background music for a police station.
There we go.
Oh, you got a gun! Hey, I think you finally figured out how to steal from those who would protect you.
Hey, I just realized that I wasn't wearing gloves, so this might be bad.
Don't worry about it.
You realize that what?
I wasn't wearing gloves while I did that. That guy's still getting his haircut.
An old library.
Yeah, you tapped on the desk, made sure you got your fingerprints all over it, and then stole the gun.
Handsomely decorated structure. This room reminds me of my study.
Spoilers,
The other
Maxwell
one-
Elvis. It's a blind
Sure
playthrough.
is quiet here. You could hear a
Be
pin
careful.
drop. The rows of books in the library stacks all look pretty much the same.
I mean, I have no idea how true anything is.
There are a lot of musty old books which are all out of date.
I mean, I knew Mike wasn't dreaming. Like, I'm not, like, foolish. I know that he goes to a dark world. And I also know that, like, then ignore me. Okay.
I mean, maybe it is all a dream. Maybe it's all in his head, right?
I mean,
We'll
that's
find
Yeah,
out
what
either
I
way,
mean,
dreams
it is
too.
all in his head. Yeah, it's all in his head either way.
There's gotta be something.
Is that Charlie Chaplin?
I think it is.
There's a green book with a scrap of paper hanging out of it.
Which one is
One of
that?
the green ones.
I don't, like... That seems like it's important, but clicking on none of these does anything!
You gotta go through methodically, I guess.
Same one. Does it say that same thing on every...
No, there are a lot of
No.
musty old books which are all out of date. Yeah, no, it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
on
so
that one.
it is that one.
It's just on D.
Okay, time to click on everything.
No, it's just on C.
Classic point and click moment.
Yeah. Autumn, I'm gonna DM you with the I'm gonna DM you with another classic point and click moment that I can't tell Riley. And you're gonna laugh so hard.
Oh, if it's what I think it is, I already know. But
Okay, I give up. Bye, library.
Well, too bad we can't give you any hints.
Suck-ass library. Doesn't even just let me fucking click on the right book. I'm going home. He kind of looks like he's walking around in bare feet. Like, his shoes are the same color as his skin because of how the sepia tone is, like, done. What's the time? 0:44 p.m.? That doesn't sound right.
it seems somehow out of time.
Yeah. A relic of a dark past or perhaps a dark future.
Here's an
This
empty
road seems
old
strangely
cemetery
empty and
with a room of
unoccupied,
weeds.
like a relic of a dark past or perhaps a dark future.
This place looks like no one has been around attended for a long time.
He gets really mad when I touch this one specifically.
Don't disturb the dead.
Yeah, it's because he's a vampire.
Harcourt Fenton Mudd. He was no
Sherry
shrivel at all.
days.
JTK. G. Threepwood. Rest in peace. There's no name.
Oh,
Yuck, 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 yuck.
S. Nostromo. Rest in John Campbell. Here lies a man who saw beyond time's horizon.
Do the headstones keep changing, or are they consistent based on the headstone that you're clicking on?
I think it's consistent.
The stone feels rough with sharp edges, as though it had just recently been chiseled.
It's okay to leave fingerprints here.
It's okay to leave fingerprints
Oh,
here.
no. Oh, fuck. Ah, shit. It's really just telling me, hey, Riley, you were right to... You were right to think that you fucked up. Because you did. You did fucked up.
I'm sure you'll get another opportunity to not fuck
No,
up.
for sure. I'm certainly not beating this on my first attempt.
This car sure is old, but I think it could still be made to run.
You trying to put
You
the
put
gun
the
in the
dart
glove
in the glove.
compartment?
I wasn't, but that's actually a good idea.
Oh, that's what I thought you were doing. The gun will do nothing to the glove compartment.
No.
That's
You
not
should put
true.
the scotch. You should put the scotch in the glove compartment. No. Wait. You should pour the scotch into the gas tank to get it to start.
True. This game, like original Zork, where the game itself is not that long, but you're expected to try multiple times. I don't know. I think so.
Yeah.
I can't answer that.
I'm giving a non-committal
I
hand wave.
can't answer that.
I can't answer that right now.
Yeah, I'm like an unhelpful point-and-click adventure. I'm like that time when the point-and-click adventure game gives you like one of those hint goblins, but
Yeah.
like their hints are just like when you
Dog
really
shit.
need them the most, they're
That's a
totally
chilly draft
fucking.
blowing through the
like, I don't know,
pieces of the
man.
room are taped to the mirror.
Mr. Dawson, we moved the mirror here from the garage as directed, but notice that a piece is cracked off from the quarter. We didn't do it, really. We'll let you know it turns up. Sincerely, Timothy.
Why did he say that bit like
To the
that?
touch, a grim reminder of its unyielding quest for my true image. This mirror reflects a haunting image of me.
Dude, that's just you. This game.
Old Victorian chair.
This mirror is cold to the touch, a grim reminder of its unyielding quest for my true image.
That's just called a mirror, dude. It's like what a mirror
This-
does.
The window panes have clouded with time. I can barely.
This game is about. Hey,
Do you want to know my hot take?
yeah,
Darkseid is Toonstruck
This
for
picture is very alien.
fucking horror fans.
Peter Geeger.
Hey, why do they have? He has two of the same painting, but one of them is much smaller.
Well,
You're
one of
not
them's
supposed to
red.
know
one
his
of them's
head.
blue.
Decorate the house.
What were you saying, Troka, before Tom joined?
I better not eat anything coming from this kitchen until the cleaning lady.
I was
has
just repeating
disinfected
what I was saying is that this game is about gender dysphoria. It's about not wanting to look in the mirror
Yeah.
and hating what you see there.
I mean, it's H.R. Geiger. It's not.
That's H.R. Geiger.
That's
I mean,
H.R. Geiger.
fucking H.R. Geiger was in the fucking queer club scene.
There's nothing in any of these cabinets.
The shelves are bare except for the.
I'm pretty sure the
And yet-
dude famously fucked trans women.
Word.
Word. Wait, what's
Have
the
you,
song?
have you gone down? Oh wait, no, that's just the empty wine bottles down there. Yeah, it's like
I'll be right back. I need a snack or I'll die.
The sheets are blanketed with dust.
Sleep in a different
And
bed
now
this
so are
week.
my
Maybe
hands.
it's the bed that's the problem.
Here's an old trench coat. I wouldn't be caught dead in that thing. Hiding the scotch in the coat won't do anything.
Okay, so you can hide things in the coat, it looks like. I love that this game has just a constant reminder of how the Illuminati rules over us all.
What?
The triangle at the top.
Yeah, there's a big eyeball.
Oh, true. Well, that represents knowledge, the Eye of Horus.
Eye of Horus.
I like that it also constantly reminds you that this is just a play.
True.
I always think about
Yeah,
this.
it's not.
I always think about this in another video game that's very similar to this, Paper Mario, which also has curtains all around it because it's fake, never happened. It's a play that they're performing for you.
Still in storage.
See, I was going to reach for a similar game to that, Super Mario Brothers 3.
Also a play, also not real.
Darkseid really happened.
Super Mario
Yeah,
Brothers
it's
3
very-
never happened.
It never happened.
It's very
We made it up.
helpful to distinguish this from many of the games that we've played that did happen. For example,
Yeah,
Two
the
Moonstruck.
one with the horny werewolves fucking happened. I've met some of those
Yeah.
guys.
No.
Last time I went to Germany.
Gabriel Knight 3.
Previous
Sorry,
owner
Gabriel
must have
Knight 2
had
is one of the
some
most
reason.
theatrical ass games we've ever played.
I fucking love Gabriel Knight. I mean, I wouldn't want to play it, mind, but I like it.
Then let's get to work.
It's 3:27 p.m.
It's 5:27 p.m.
No, it's
and
3.
Mike
Oh, blaze
Dawson
it.
has not left his house.
No, it's 3:27 p.m. and I have left my house. I just went back to my house after stealing the gun because there was nothing else to do in town because I couldn't find the fucking scrap of paper, though he apparently saw it.
Have you tried using the gun to hold up the grocery store?
No. I don't know why I would do that. Also, you're not allowed to tell me advice, so I'm assuming that you're doing a bit, and that would be a bad idea.
You'll forget it.
You'll forget it. Can I open the trunk?
I love this cool kind of melty looking car.
In the trunk.
Oh, crowbar! Fuck yes. I'm gonna bash that guy's
Oh my
head
God.
in when
Okay.
fucking Dilbert comes over here.
It's
Dilbert
time
is the
for,
most famous nerd with a crowbar.
It's time to go full Half-Life on these HR Giger aliens.
Fuck yeah.
Half-Life also has got HR Giger aliens.
Ah!
Yeah, that's the
I don't know
It's
if I
really
call the
funny
Half-Life
that they
aliens
just put-
Giger-esque.
They just put the face huggers in Half-Life. They just did it. They
They
were
did
like,
do
you know
that.
what? Let's just do these again.
Yeah, that's true. If you put the crowbar
put
in the
the
trunk,
crowbar-
you'll forget it.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Like, dong.
I think that's just the grandfather clock telling you that it's a full hour.
Yeah, it is.
There's an
Um,
old
It's a good thing
diary
time isn't a mechanic in this game.
Certainly, yeah. Andrea, I was legitimately thinking that as I was setting up the stream image for the stream. I was like, hey, I wonder if, like, there's a thing that they were doing with this where the baby that gets implanted in his head at the start of the game is you. Like, that's you. You're
A baby
like-
is you?
Yeah, it's
Dawson had a baby, and the baby is you.
Yeah.
This is honestly, Darkseed is just like Undertale.
Why?
Okay,
Okay, elucidate me.
Not long after I moved into this house, I began to get some terrible headaches. I never suspected what was wrong until I started seeing things shift back and forth before my eyes. People's faces, even places in my own house. Something terrible is going on. So terrible, no one would ever have guessed. I found my answers on the other side, but I grew so fearful that I moved the mirror to the garage for fear that something would come through to attack me. Who are these ancients? Why do they want to come so badly to our world? What distant galaxy did they come from? I have tried to find these answers, but I cannot pass the sentry which guards the way to the archives. If only I had more time! But it is obvious to me.
I mean, it is obvious to me.
See, this guy is never going to make it far in life because he's not a point-and-click adventure protagonist. I think point-and-click adventures are a very materialist sort of game because they're all about the objects you have.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, when was your last save, by the way?
It was.
That doesn't matter.
It was.
in the long run, yeah.
Oh, gang, I'm gonna make my delicious pasta.
Have a good pasta.
It's one of my favorite meals. I'm not gonna do it right now.
You can take your infinite.
I'll maybe do it at an unspecified time in the future.
Oh, okay. So the pasta is going to be sort of a relic of a dark future. You're saying? You can take your infinite collection of garbage with you. Pick up everything. You might need it later.
A long way. Books would fall apart if I touched them.
Yeah.
Oh, gang, I have my hair in a lovely braid, and here's the thing that Big Hair doesn't want to tell you about braids, is that if you do your hair in a braid, you will be playing with it constantly.
All right. Seems like we got some more dead air. So
You want to read some more backstory?
I'm gonna read the next page of the backstory. Yeah. My eagerness to purchase the house was obviously palpable as the real estate agent, Beverly, commented over the phone. So palpable, in fact, that the sellers offered to pay for the move. How soon? A week. Not even enough time to give the house a complete look over. She even offered to activate the utilities in the phone, which made the offer almost too good to resist. Still, I had some reservations. Frankly, the agent seemed overzealous. I asked her why the previous owner had wished to sell the house. Following a long pause, during which her breath was ominously audible, she issued the non-committal excuse, he had family obligations. This was followed by a number of reparative statements, obviously aimed at mending any doubts I might have had regarding the quality of the house. I then asked who the owner was. She stated he was located out of state, desired anonymity, and that the price was low because he didn't want to be bothered by a long, drawn-out transaction. The agent suggested that she would take care of everything and move the sale along quickly. I was naturally curious, but still, the house was in a great neighborhood, and I had a feeling about it. This was the one. I hastily wrapped up my current business endeavors and notified my partners of my plan. Grudgingly, they agreed to a 1-year sabbatical. The exorbitant raises in pay they received helped dissipate their objections. The few belongings I was planning to bring with me and some of my favorite furniture would be picked up by a moving van and delivered to the new house on the same day that I planned to arrive. I was ready for Woodland Hills. So the only thing that arrived on the same day as him
with an empty bottle.
is the baby. Is that his favorite item of furniture?
I don't know if you can call that furniture. I don't know if there's any way you could spin that where a baby inside your head is furniture.
No. There was a doll
No.
that arrived.
The
But I
baby
don't
doll.
have it in my inventory.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
guess he's just like, he doesn't want to let me get at it. It's too important to him. He's like, no. This is for me, not for you.
It's really funny that the introduction manual to this game is just like, here's how I'm moving house.
Persian rug.
Yeah.
So is this
It
guy
was
like a
really
fucking is
suspicious
this guy
they
like on
did
his CEO grind set?
Yeah, he's actually a chairman of the board and a named partner in one of the most successful ad agencies in San Francisco, and he's taking a 1-year sabbatical to try and write his big fucking novel.
Didn't that guy say we wanted to meet outside my house at 6?
Yeah.
This watch doesn't seem to be working.
Wait.
It's out of time.
You're fucking
I'm
late.
Out of time. Not that late. Well, fucking
You're
Dilbert
out of
isn't
time.
here. Dilbert.
It's a relic of a dark past or perhaps a dark future.
Oh shit! Speaking of relics of a dark future, I think I'm gonna make a pasta. Back in a sec. Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, now
The office
shoot
guys,
shoot
the guys in the office across the street are fucking.
Ha!
The guys in the office across the street are getting chased out by the looks of it.
Damn.
Whoa, what?
I don't know what's going on there. Being shouted at by a guy in a high vis. Don't know what they're doing at fucking midnight.
These are ancient symbols covering this mausoleum. But I'm not up on my Egyptian. The tomb door won't open. Nothing here.
You touch the surface of the ornate sigil. Are you wearing your gardening gloves, or are you getting your fingerprints all over it?
I think it's probably fine that the tomb inside my house has my fingerprints on it.
Wait, so you have a mausoleum on your property?
Yeah. It's probably a bad sign.
This dude sure is like, if he decided, you know what, I'm not gonna go on a magical adventure, he's just gonna become like fucking a fucking Byronic protagonist. He's just gonna have like some
No,
woman
he's
over,
not.
and she's gonna go on a twisted gothic adventure.
No, he's not interesting enough for that. He's not a tortured soul.
He's got to
He
become
has
a
no
He's gonna
depth to his-
become a tortured soul. If you get a spooky manner, I think your soul gets like tortured.
Yeah, that's what's happening to him now. Is he's got a fucking alien baby in his head. Unfortunately, as Maxwell Elvis told us, it is going to kill him.
That's oh fuck.
Oh my god, this is just like Eraserhead.
Because your head gets erased.
This is just like Cruelty Squad.
Both my headache and these nightmares are getting worse. My head is killing me. My head
Relax,
feels
man.
like it's
Smoke a
going to
little bit from
explode.
your paw.
Don't fucking smoke weed while
Giving me a
pregnant.
mean headache.
Even if you're a man.
Xenomorphs are allergic to weed. So you can't, if you smoke while pregnant, it'll be bad for them.
That's actually how you take them down. It's like that one movie Signs where they're allergic to
Dilapidated
water,
room gives
but
me
it's like they're
chills.
allergic to weed
The cold
smoke and it's a
draft,
stoner
those wooden
comedy.
planks creak a
Yeah.
lot.
Did you
The
shower?
entrance to this house
No,
must
I
have seen
didn't.
countless guests come and go, but it's just me.
Naughty,
now.
naughty. You'll never be. The game world seems really small.
What did you say?
The game world seems really small.
It really
Like it's like all the rooms in
does.
one house, and then the whole town is like less screens than the whole house.
I mean, that's just like that's just because this is the part we want to
That's a
focus in
chilly
on. You
draft
know, it's
blowing
a
through this
it's a haunted house story.
This mirror is cold to the touch, a grim reminder of its unyielding quest for my true image.
Smash it with the crowbar.
It's I mean, it's
No
it's Joker,
effect.
it's like how if you have a movie that's set like mostly on a train, there will be more scenes on the train than there will be off the train.
A film of dust.
Yeah,
Kinda.
the
yeah. This
couch.
is mostly about the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Get dust.
It's a calm neighborhood out here. My house seems somehow out of time, a relic of a dark past.
I would love if the
Dark
game would give me a
path.
bad ending
Dark
already, because
Roads
I
seem
feel like I have
strangely empty,
fucked things up,
unoccupied.
but I don't know what the fuck to do in the
You
meantime.
want to see it all the way to the end. You want to see the bad ending.
Yeah.
This town looks unnaturally quiet.
Oh fuck, they got a Clugs here?
An
Yeah.
old library.
Yeah,
A
Plugs
venerable
is
repository of knowledge.
that's what we call Greg's in
Guards its
America.
bounty behind a handsomely decorated
Yeah, because instead of like a portly baker, you've got like a sort of caveman.
Drugs.
This room reminds me of my study, full of leather-bound books. This dark room looks like it is seldom used.
Whoa, we haven't been in here before.
A reader for viewing microfiche films.
Going on my
I don't
computer
see
and
anything
googling
interesting.
Alien Baby.
Well, this was
Going on my
1991.
micro-
Google didn't exist.
Going on my microfiche hunt for Alien Baby.
I don't see anything of interest. I don't see anything of interest.
Gotta find microfiche somewhere else other than the library, I guess. Where the fuck else is gonna have microfiche?
The sort of thing your former coworker Larry would have tried to do.
Hey, Larry. Get fucked, Larry, I guess.
Sure is quiet here. You could hear a pin drop.
Maybe today I'll be able to find that book.
The rows of books in the library stacks all look pretty much the same. There's a green book with a scrap of paper hanging out of it. I don't see anything of interest.
The journal has nothing to do with journal scrap.
What?
What do you mean? Why can I not interact with the green book with paper? What do you... I'm flapping my arms around. I wish I had some sort of... like, I could represent this on my VTuber. I'm really fucking flapping right now. I'm just gonna pour fucking soy sauce on all these books, I guess.
Are you feeling alright?
No! Why can I not interact with the journal scrap? Please, please, can I please have anything? Can I please have any information? Using the journal and the journal scrap doesn't make any sense. It must be your headaches. It doesn't make any sense.
You look at the journal scrap?
No, I don't know where it is. Because using... it just says, there's a green book with a scrap of paper hanging out of it. And then clicking on every single book does nothing.
Oh, I see what it is. See, he spotted it from across the room. It's one of the green books in the background.
Yeah, and if you leave the screen, you can't see it anymore because of the perspective shifts.
There are a lot of musty old books which are all out of date.
I definitely already touched the really thin green book. It's like, looking at the screen,
Man,
I cannot tell what is supposed to be scrap of paper hanging out of it.
I could not. Even if I was capable of helping you without violating my honor as a co-host, I don't think I could.
I'm gonna just go back to bed.
But it's like 12. Been up for 2 hours.
Maybe I'll just go get arrested.
Hey guys, looking for this.
Come with me. A cold and uninviting place. I never thought I'd be spending a night in here.
They let you have a crowbar though.
They let you have all your shit.
I feel like if you tried harder, you could probably do it.
I did take the gun back.
Rattles my cup. Rattles my cup.
Yeah!
Hit you with crowbar. Crowbar doesn't have any effect on the card.
Yeah, sorry, this isn't Half-Life. Offer him some scotch. Hey, bud.
So he doesn't want soy sauce. Using your sardines on the card doesn't make any sense. Those are your headaches. My lawyer.
A friend of Dilbert's, huh? Come with me, Dawson.
Did you take the gun again?
An old oak office desk.
There's no gun in there.
At least there aren't any pictures.
No, it's
of
back on the
anyone I
wall.
know here. A
Can
gun
you
in the
just
holster.
take the gun again? Save first. Save first.
I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters. It's okay to leave fingerprints here.
Oh, I won't let. I think it's just not recognizing the
Oh, there we
sergeant
go.
says, "Nice gun, eh? It's a Browning."
Well, I lost my gun.
Not good.
I didn't really gain anything out of that. Do I get to keep that cup? No, they took my cup too!
There's got to be some sort. It's got to be like Sort, right? Where there's some reason you have. Oh wait, you didn't get to that part in
Come
Sort.
here, Dawson. I want a word with you.
Okay, I think they didn't get the memo that you already got.
I already got arrested! I already used my card, so I'm just
Yeah, you
fucked.
fucked it. You fucked it.
Can I get like one hint per failed run? Can I get one hint?
No,
No?
no. If you want to know what to do, that'll be next stream.
Dies, explodes. Guess get my cup again. This music does not fit being in a jail cell.
I'll give you a hint.
No, it's against the. Against
Not
the
a
code.
hint on what to do, but a hint on something you fucked up.
Yeah, you got arrested.
Well, yeah, you don't do that. That's not the hint I was going to give, but the
Did you
stream
just
has ended.
quit the game?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just make a new. I'm just gonna start a new game.
Ah,
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Like, I could load my first save, but even that, I don't think it's worth it. Andrea, if you want to see the intro cutscene, it's about to happen. Soon.
You may notice that Mike Dawson is a designer.
Yeah.
David, a bean. Computer artists, that makes it sound like there's just sandwich artists.
Yeah, no,
I'm not
it is
gonna
Geiger.
I'm not gonna reveal the contents of this, but I did find a PDF of an old hints and tips guide for this game. From 1992, I think.
Oh man, I've never noticed the cum dripping out of his head vagina
Yeah.
before.
It even left me with a monster headache.
Yeah, he just gets a fucking baby cannoned into his head. If you just don't take painkillers, does his head actually explode?
These nightmares have given me a mean headache.
I have no idea. I've never seen any playthrough of this game where people don't do that.
This dilapidated room gives me the chills. Must be the cold draft. Those wooden planks creak a lot. This attic is full of useless items left over from the previous owner. Some of these windows need to have the glass replaced.
Maybe you can use some of these glass to repair the mirror downstairs.
The entrance to this house must have seen countless guests come and go. But it's just me now. These leather-bound books remind me of my book collection still in storage. That's kind of unsettling.
I haven't found anything that I can actually do in this room.
The globe is rusted into place and will not turn. This old globe is a collector's item dating back decades.
I guess there's that globe draft that I didn't do last time.
That's a chilly draft blowing through this decrepit old living room.
Maybe I have to repair the mirror, I guess?
The varnish is still smooth.
A nice table.
I better not eat anything coming from this kitchen until the cleaning lady has disinfected it.
Yeah, come to think, he doesn't eat anything all 3 days, even the sardines and soy sauce.
The previous owner must have had some reason would I want with an empty bottle.
The doorbell is ringing.
This is what I meant by he got a baby.
Right.
Honestly, you mentioned the PC98 connection with the borders. It really does have some PC98 style pixel art and like the CGs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they got Geiger for.
Yeah. But like, despite being on DOS, this thing has style for miles.
My house seems somehow out of time. A relic of a dark past. Or perhaps a dark future.
Dark future.
Thanks, everyone.
At least the lawn doesn't need mowing.
After arriving at the small airport, I called a taxi to take me the rest of the way to my new home.
Reminds me of my
Oh,
last
you know what? It's not dead enough.
This car sure.
I mean, I'm just doing the same shit.
Still be made to run.
Oh wow, you really don't get that message until you go to the library. Huh. Looking out the window from my backseat vantage, the rural setting was still and refreshing. The cab driver and his taxi, however, were relics from a long past era, or perhaps a dark future. The sign on the door said, Andy's Taxi Service, and there was dice in the mirror. I hopped in the back to go home to Bel Air.
There's a crowbar in the trunk.
The cab looked as if it had seen its best days sometime in the 50s. Its chrome bumpers peeling and askew, the mohair upholstery threadbare and unrelenting in its odor of antiquity. If the cab was old, driver,
Now,
presumably
this
Andy,
be a collector's item.
thin, bent, and balding, his stained, oversized seersucker slacks, oh, I say that 10 times fast, were held up by suspenders, safety pinned to his t-shirts. He seemed noticeably apprehensive when I asked him to take me to my new home, the old Victorian house on Ventura Drive. I asked him what was wrong. Oh, just a bit of a migraine, was the feeble and obviously emotionless reply. I hoped the rest of the town was better endowed in the hospitality department than Andy. It wasn't. As we drove through the narrow byways of downtown Woodland Hills, I was greeted by fleeting sideways glances and suspicious demeanors at every street corner.
Hello.
Strange
Hello,
town.
this is Sue at the library. We have a book on hold for you, so please drop by sometime.
I figured I was lucky to be in one of the marginally secluded areas because the small town mentality which pervaded the heart of Woodland Hills was a potential letdown. I asked Andy to speed up as I was very excited about getting to my new home.
No use trying. It's really.
This is just like, you're right, Dom. He's spending so long to say not much.
Oh! Diary inside this trunk.
Okay, now I gotta go and get the library message, and then see if I can do the fucking scrap paper thing.
To my chagrin, I discovered that my new house was not quite as far from the center of town as I might have wished. It was, however, surrounded on most sides by trees, which afforded adequate privacy. I lost all doubt about outside distraction when viewing the house for the first time in the daylight. It was soft and incongruent with its surroundings. It was almost alien. There seemed an apparent vacuum around it, an envelope of silence which framed it like a painting. It was secluded, all right.
Old library.
Visually, the house was an enigma. Strange mixtures of architectural components and a bit of missing paint made it seem haunting at first glance. It looked like it had not been inhabited for decades, although apparently somebody had been maintaining it enough to prevent deterioration. But as I took in the sheer magnitude of it, I realized that, though a fixer-upper,
that was put on hold for you.
It was utterly beautiful in its antiquity. My pleasure was interrupted by the realization that the moving van I had expected to be there when I arrived wasn't in sight. There was no sign of the movers anywhere. Either they got lost or they must have been in a real hurry to finish. Also, I had been expecting the agent to meet me, give me a tour. I had already mapped the house through a series of unbelievably convenient
The rows of books in the library.
unbelievably
There's a
convenient
green
overnight
bucket with a
delivery
paper
times.
hanging out anything
I meant to
of
thank
interest.
her about that. She must have been delayed somewhere else.
This dark room looks like it is seldom used. I don't see anything of interest. The water feels so cool and refreshing. What a quaint general store with a little bit of everything for day-to-day existence.
I love the way he says that.
Yeah.
Serve yourself, Mr. Dawson. That's the last bottle of scotch. Boy, Delbert's gonna be mad. Hi, you must be Max.
I'll kill you, Dawson.
Together tomorrow. I'll meet you outside your place at 6. You're a writer, huh? I'm a lawyer by trade. Why don't you take one of my cards?
This is the inside of a police station.
For a second, I thought there was a calming water ambience for the fountain before I remembered I have a shrimp tank stream on in the background.
Is that the people are? Oh, shrimp tank. I thought you said Shark Tank. I was
No,
thinking
there's
like the investor thing.
no, like a 20. There's like a 24/7 shrimp stream. I don't think there's anything I can do in the tomb, in the graveyard. Is tomorrow at 6? I should try calling, see if I can call the barber.
I can't think of anyone I want to call right now.
Now let's go back. Fuck. Because I didn't interact with the front door of the barber and get him to say, oh, I should make an appointment.
Can you go like forward from the sidewalk or from this screen, like forward towards us?
Don't believe so. Nope. Like this, but this leads there.
Maybe I should call for an appointment first.
This is kind of a life sim type game. It's like Stardew
Yeah.
Valley.
It's just imagining things. Just live your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go practice your writing.
Go get a haircut, maybe.
Yeah, it's
maybe like date romance Dilbert.
It's a real walking sim in that Mike Dawson just kind of walks everywhere. His car's busted down.
Okay. Well, that was a great waste of time. I don't think of
That's
anywhere
what it's all about. Wasting time.
I don't know where I should put this gun. Can't think of anywhere to put this gun. Because he doesn't want to put it in the heavy coat.
I don't have any bullets.
Maybe if I like break the mirror with the crowbar and then I use one of those shards of glass to fix the mirror downstairs. This is not a good place for the crowbar.
Maybe you got a pistol whip instead.
I don't think I need to pistol whip it. This is not a good place for the gun.
Really? You don't keep your gun in your medicine cabinet? It's the only medicine I need. Whenever I'm coming down with an
awful headache.
Yeah, with an awful headache, I just shoot it up.
That's how we got the baby in there in the first place.
Fuck!
This mirror is
Can I enter the scary mirror? No.
Reminder of its unyielding quest for my true image. The clock casing is locked for some reason.
Okay, literally the only other thing... Because I can't get access to that fucking journal scrap for some reason. And I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to get microfiche. So the only thing I can think of to do is to wait for Dilbert.
Have you tried looking in the shrimp tank?
In the what?
in the shrimp tank for the microfish.
Shut up.
I don't have time to take a nap.
What else are you doing? I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else you want me to do. Michael, my friend Michael. I guess I should buy some sardines if I get hungry. But it's not like I ate last time at all and it was fine. My house seems somehow out of time, a relic of a dark past, or perhaps a dark future. Or perhaps a dark seed.
But I said.
Yeah. Weird collision on the walking to the left.
Maybe you've got to hold a gun to the librarian. Say, give me all the books you got.
I don't think I'm supposed to do that.
I'd like to check out that green book with the leather scrap in it. So you better give it to me. You say to the librarian, holding a gun in her face.
I don't think. I feel like if I could just pick up the book, it would be fine.
How else are you check out a book from the library other than at gunpoint? What other methods of checking out a book from the library are there?
I mean, I got the first one without holding her at gunpoint.
Well, yeah, you threatened her over the phone.
I didn't threaten her, she just called me.
You held off screen, you held the phone at gunpoint.
Well, I didn't have a gun at that point, so...
You did it from San Francisco, where you did have a gun.
Ah, of course.
It's all explained in the backstory that I haven't finished reading yet.
Do you want to finish reading the backstory?
Sure, we're dragging again.
Here's an entry to an old cemetery.
Dragon.
Overgrown with weeds.
There's dragons in this game?
This place
Yeah, here be dragons. It's dragon right now, am I right?
Dragons have invaded Woodland Oaks. Or whatever.
Woodland Hills.
That's the one.
Woodland Hills. They're burning them down. Oh, well, I thought, no harm in going in and exploring for myself. I paid off the cab driver and walked down the driveway and up the entrance stairs. The massive oaken double doors yielded easily, revealing a large entrance hall. One of the doors from the entrance led to an ornate living room. Among many outstanding pieces of antique furniture and decoration, one eerie portrait stood out. It was a hauntingly beautiful young woman, beautiful in another worldly sense anyway. Dark tones in an obscure background highlighted a pale face with piercing eyes. I wondered who she was. The fading sunlight filtered through the semi-curtained windows and created yellow bars of light reflecting off thousands of turbulent dust motes. I was marveling at the immaculate but lived-in quality of the room when the feeling came over me. It wasn't a feeling, so much as a sound. A high, nearly imperceptible whine, like someone somewhere is blowing on a broken dog. So
Blowing on a
bordered
broken
the
what?
inaudible. Dog whistle.
Huh.
It's so bordered on the inaudible that it was easier described as a buzzing vibration emanating from the inside of my head. My eyes glazed over and my mouth sagged open. I was tired. Not just tired, but suddenly exhausted. My eyes felt as if they were sandbags. My tongue felt like hot. There must be a bedroom somewhere, I thought. As I groped my way up the stairs, I wondered if I should wait for the agent. What was her name? Just a nap, that's all. What was her name? She had no name. I never asked. No, I did ask. I just can't remember. That's odd. Must be sure to ask her name when she gets here. But first, sleep. I must find a bed. Where are my things? Where did the mover put them? Nowhere. The movers never came. Gotta remember to tell the agent about that, too. After trying several doors, I discovered one of the bedrooms. I was hard pressed to keep my legs from giving up their uphill battle for support. I collapsed on the bed, face first, palms down. The down comforter was cool and resilient under my cheek, but unable to conceal the bed's underlying lumpiness. But now I need sleep. I must remember to wake up soon for the agent to burst into a short nap. The wine suddenly crescendoed to a roar. We felt like a waterfall had cascaded, accompanied by a tremendous clangor into my brain. Sleep. A voice in my head that wasn't mine beckoned me to slumber. Sleep. 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 Oh, hey, something new. A blueprint.
Yeah. I apparently had never clicked on this before. Secret passage 12.
It's got a secret passage?
Yeah, secret passage 12 and 5. So from one of the bedrooms and from one of the... and from the study. Oh. There's like a...
The door is open.
The door is
The
open.
room is dark and damp. The wall is cold to the touch. These large boulders seem solid and immovable.
Rope. You'd love to get rope.
Adventure game protagonists they love rope and they love things that are leather bound.
Yeah.
There's a secret door here. Looks like an old Persian rug.
I don't know what the heck I could use that rope for.
I do.
I said I wonder what the
know.
heck I could use that rope for.
Oh.
Yeah, we're just rubbing it in that we know and you don't.
I guess it's like maybe I could use it from the top floor, but I don't know what.
I hear
would be
you're
the
playing
point.
some sort of Dark Seed.
Yeah.
That's right. It's the Dark Seed here on Forbidden Mystery Vault.
Let me catch you up to Dark Speed here.
That would be great, Autumn.
Well, are you
Things-
actually going to do that, or
I-
are you just doing that bit?
Yeah, no, Riley
Yeah,
has
Autumn.
played through once and got arrested twice, and so couldn't get out of jail. And now she has started over from the beginning. No hints.
Yeah,
Can't provide any hints.
are not allowed to give me any hints, and I'm having a great time with it.
Is that great
Yeah,
time
this
real
is
or
a
great
blind
time
run.
I love to suffer?
You be the judge.
I'll be
She's
real.
having a great time.
You go.
Yes, Naya?
You go.
She's having a great time because she likes point-and-click adventure games.
What I was gonna say was there's some stuff I'm familiar with about this game. They're like the only things I know about this game. I noticed those haven't appeared yet.
Yes, of course. The gargoyle rope. Everyone
figured
needs
out
to
how to
tie.
use the rope.
Everyone needs to tie their
Like,
rope around the gargoyle.
You tied your rope around the gargoyle to escape policed officers.
I don't know what I'm using the rope for. I just have some rope tied around my gargoyle. I can do this
Naya,
though. We
you
get some
gotta be
exercise.
real careful about preserving the blind run here.
Andre, or fucking Autumn said that Riley got arrested. I assumed she was trying to escape police.
I may have
No,
to
that was last run. We have
Yeah.
restarted. This is still. Though I think Riley, you did take the gun.
Yeah.
We did wipe Riley's memory.
Oh, there's some sort of spooky cyber creature on that menu.
Yeah. It's the girl in the painting that I have in my house.
Has anything spooky or cyber happened?
The alien baby went in my head.
Oh, I'd say that's spooky and possibly cyber.
Well, I'm gonna go to sleep and then you'll see another spooky cyber dream. The ghoul! The ghoul!
Like I said, this is a game about gender dysphoria, right?
Sometimes you look in the mirror and see a scary ghoul.
Sometimes you look in the mirror and you see something even worse, a mustache.
Boy, my head hurts.
Boy, my head hurts.
So, if I'm understanding right, you just bought this weird mansion.
Yeah. And
yeah, this Luigi mansion.
I bought this weird mansion because I'm a bourgeoisie fuck, and none of my furniture got delivered except for a scary baby doll. And
Must be the cold draft. Those wooden planks creak a lot.
Those wooden planks creak a lot.
Have you like, this is not a hint, but have you like checked the coat pockets of that coat in that room or something? It feels
so.
like just like adventure game that like something would be in there, right?
he just was like, nah, fuck that coat. I hate it.
So what are we trying to do?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't. I certainly don't know what
Have
the
you
fuck I'm
looked at-
trying to do.
Painting and shit?
There's a secret door here.
It's a secret door
The
here.
room is dark and damp.
Is that new information?
No, I already knew that. Well, I found that out yesterday, like, this run. But, yeah. It's not
Yeah,
particularly...
she found it out like a couple of minutes before you joined the group.
Yeah.
Still in storage. That's kind of unsettling.
Shoot gun at
This
books.
house must have seen
I don't think I have to shoot the gun at the books. I have to meet
Don't
up with...
have any bullets.
I also don't have any bullets. I need to meet Dilbert at 6 p.m. He's coming to my house at 6 p.m. The last time I missed him, and then I got arrested.
Why'd you get arrested?
Because
For missing your date with Dilbert.
Well,
he's a very
no, because I
powerful man.
walked back into the police office after stealing the gun from the police office because I had given up on having any fucking clue of what I'm supposed to be doing.
But then you
Why
came
did you
home and got
steal a
arrested
gun?
again.
Then I came home and got arrested again, and I don't know why that happened.
This attic is full of useless items left over from the previous owner.
So far, the attic
Have
has
you
actually
looked
been
at
pretty
all
useful.
of these things?
Yes.
What a tremendous view of the town from up here.
There's a thing in the library that I've been trying to interact with, but it refuses to let me. And then there's also, like, microfiche. There's a microfiche reader. There's a car that I can't get to work. I don't have any gas for it.
Okay.
Or
In
keys.
this garage, in this garage, is there like a shard of mirror or something? Because they mentioned that the mirror was in the garage before, and it was missing a shard.
Can you click on the shoes looking things in the bottom right?
The trunk is empty.
No, hand is just what it is when you can't click on.
Yeah, this is so. There's 3 different cursors. There's move, look, and touch. And so I'm using the touch cursor. Jack fucking shit.
Touch door.
Oh, I've been
Touch
in the
door
car. But actually, you actually have to go car, not touch door.
This car sure is old, but I
The cursors in this game are bad.
old AM radio.
What you do in the light is reflected in the dark. Leave some doors open before crossing over.
I don't know how to cross over!
That's telling me there's probably some sort of dream realm in this game.
Yeah, I know there's a dark world. I know that about this game.
And there's also some kind of dark sea, perhaps related to the dark world.
Well, it sounds like you might have gotten injected with the dark seed.
Yeah, I think that's true. There's also a tomb in my, like, backyard, but I can't get it open. And there's nothing else I can do in the graveyard there.
And you're sure you've clicked everything in this room with all the modes?
Yes. At
I don't think
This
I've
game
ever
is-
seen you go left on this screen.
Not on...
That just gets
not
you to
while
the
you-
starting room.
Yeah, it just takes you to the starting room.
Sheets are blanketed with dust. And now so are my hands.
Wait a second. You looked under this bed. Did you look under the bed in the starting room?
Yes.
Have you tried clicking that thing next to the painting on the right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Have you clicked it with all
I
the
think it's
modes?
just another painting.
No, on the left. That looks like a lever to
The
me.
artwork looks old and feels old too. And not even a hidden safe. Gothic artwork. Certainly not my style, but it came with the house.
Nope. It's gothic artwork, apparently. Discerning what are interactable in this game is perhaps, I would say, extremely difficult. Because there's a lot of the same colors, and it achieves a very good effect.
Can you go down in this room?
You don't even know.
I don't have soy sauce for the fucking... I gotta use the soy sauce on the globe, I bet, to lubricate it so I can open it. Fuck. Obviously.
What?
I don't
Have you
know!
tried
I'm
Chrome
really grasping at straws here.
Grasping at sauce, more like.
Surely there must be something you can crowbar. Okay.
I've already used the crowbar to open a trunk, and I've not been able to do anything else with it. The mirror lets me go into the dark world, I believe, but I need to fix it with the shard of glass. I've not found a shard of glass yet, and I don't know where I would. I was thinking maybe I could break one of the wine bottles, because there's a bunch of empty bottles downstairs, but he's like, I don't want to do
And
that.
you've looked in all the drawers, you've looked in the
Yes.
oven.
Yes.
The previous owner must have had
Maybe
some
not
reason.
day 2. I just had to pick up all that broken... the gloves, though. No,
Okay, to
put the-
leave fingerprints here.
Oh, he's just saying, like, I don't want to break the bottles, because I just had to pick up a bunch of broken glass.
There's broken mirrors in the garage.
Huh?
There's broken mirrors in the garage. Click the gloves on the garage shit.
I don't know where the broken... Like, there's nothing interactable, though.
In the garage.
Yes.
The pilot flame is
In the garage, there's nothing interactable.
I'll
Yes, Autumn?
I'm torn between wanting to not give hints and wanting to not give hints.
out here. My house seems
That's
somehow
the same thing
out of
twice.
time. A relic
Well-
of a dark past.
How are you torn between the same two things?
Have you ever been transsexual?
Sure. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that makes sense.
Like, we can see broken glass in this scene, so surely
Is
if
that-
you, like, click
can
gloves
we?
on all the...
What here is broken glass to you?
On the top! Look at the whole top of the room!
Oh, right. Yeah, that's broken windows.
Use gloves on thing.
I would be able to click it if I would be able to use the item on it. You can't click... Oh. No, that's the trunk. If I can use an item on something, I can usually click on it just like without an item.
Mm-hmm. So who's played this game before? Is it just Autumn?
And
I haven't played it, but I've watched a Let's Play of it.
And so is Troka, I believe.
Likewise.
Autumn and Troka are the knowers.
I also have a guide open in another tab that I'm just withholding all information from.
Yeah, the plan here is that Riley is not beating this game today, but next time we will be able to give her hints. We'll be able to do the walkthrough.
No, I think this playthrough has to be blind forever.
Delbert's gonna come over and be like, "Hey, can you knock that shit off?"
I'll fucking kill you.
The police are gonna arrest me for honking my shit late at night.
It's only 0:55 p.m.
Yeah.
Are you sure this is not one of those fucking adventure games where you have to click on something multiple times in a row to interact with it? Or to get all the interactions out of it?
I've clicked so many times on so many things. I'm like so sure that there's nothing else I can do in that garage.
Like, no, not in the garage, I just mean generally.
I don't know.
On page 15 of the manual, labeled "Helpful Hints,"
Oh wait, hang on. There's
number 3 says, "Look at everything. Sometimes you won't learn everything about an object on the first look. You may have to look more closely a second time."
I got that mirror.
You're
what do you know?
Video games.
Well,
Oh,
it
is
just
this in
was
your
at my
mailbox?
front door.
Yeah, they delivered it to your front door.
Thanks. Of course. Where else would it be? What a reasonable fucking video game.
Hey, I don't know about you, but as far as objects go, that's pretty damn convenient. That's front door service. If only every object was delivered right to your front door in a nicely wrapped package.
Yeah, I guess so. Yay.
This mirror reflects a haunting image of me.
Well, I need to wait to talk to Dilbert first. (1:32 p.m.)
I don't know what to do while I wait for Dilbert.
Look at everything twice?
Comes out of the stream like, hey, have you looked at everything twice? I click things so much, Naya.
Maybe.
I click things so much.
Hey, Riley, look.
Looks like an old
I love you and you're my friend.
Looks like an old Persian rug, Naya.
Naya?
Hey, did you know this looks like an old Persian rug?
Naya, I am loving the energy you are bringing to this stream.
I'm sorry, Riley. I've turned up to be your fucking mother who tells you to do everything multiple times when you've already tried it.
collector's item dating back decades.
This is
like,
kind of
no,
funny.
like it's the
That's a
fact
good animation, yeah.
that you are. It's the
Fucking
fact that
Game
you
Boy
are
Color ass.
legitimately-
These old science
Like,
books date
Me
back
and
a
Autumn,
long way.
we're just here to like torture Riley. Dalton's just kind of here to shoot the shit, and you're actually legitimately trying to help solve the game in your own way.
But poorly.
No, I love that. It's a good balance.
Viewers in the
You
chat
needed to
say,
do it
I
yourself.
love Naya. She's so helpful.
Let's hear it, viewers in the chat.
There is a bulge in the pocket of the trench coat. We caught dead in that thing.
A library card. Why was this bulging out of the pocket of the trench coat?
Back card.
Oh. And who didn't want to look at things twice? Who didn't want to look at things twice?
Oh, that's the one instance I could think of it being useful.
This bed hasn't been slept on in years.
Now that you've got a library card, maybe you can go to the library.
I've already been to the
Get that
library!
book. Well, yeah, but you couldn't get the
Well,
book
yeah,
because
but
you
now
didn't
you
have a
have-
library card. She's not gonna just let you take it. That's illegal.
Well, I wasn't trying to take the book, I was just trying to, like, look at the scrap of paper sticking out of it.
Monogram on them.
A legible monogram.
We love Nia. She is very helpful.
I can't think of anyone I want to call right now. Telephone.
Here's the telephone. I wish he did the voice clip every single time. That's the worst part about this
Thank you.
game.
Thank you, Maxie. I'm glad to be recognized in my time.
Okay, what time? It is 2:32 p.m. Let's rush back to the library.
The road seems strangely empty and unoccupied.
Somebody replied to one of my advertising posts where I said I'm making my friend do a blind run of Darkseid Blood.
Town looks
They
unusually
replied,
quiet.
"What did they ever do to you?"
An old library. A venerable repository of knowledge. It guards its bounty behind a handsomely decorated structure. This room reminds me of my study, full of leather-bound books. Sure is quiet here. You could hear a pin drop. The rows of books in the library stacks all look pretty much the same.
Well, you're not gonna.
I don't see anything of interest.
Maybe you got to get the library card to the librarian.
There's a green book with a scrap of paper hanging out of it.
This card really should be kept with the book. You'll find that one in aisle C. It's the one with the green cover.
There's 4 there.
Of course. Of course, that's Of course, I can't just interact with the thing and then my character points it out. I would be less frustrated if my character could just not notice the thing at all. Like, that would have been more reasonable. My character's like, damn, there's something interesting here, but I'm not going to interact with it. You pick up the fucking book!
You pick up the book and pull out the piece of paper! I know that I am doomed, so I will hide the pieces of this journal for someone to find later and hopefully solve the mystery which has baffled me. In the midst of my certain dread that something as terrible is happening to me, I had a light moment the other night when old man Tuttle grabbed the key to my clock and swallowed it. What a joker. Imagine how shook I was to learn that the old guy had a stroke only a week later. It has occurred to me that I may need to retrieve that key to service the clock. I can get it if I have the guts. Pressing left, above, right will get me in. Another thing on my mind is the whole thing with hey.
This is peak adventure game protagonist. Not even us, it's someone else like, hey, I think I need to get this key out of this old man's dead body.
Yeah.
That's normal to want.
The fucking... It's just like, okay, listen, I get it. You could have just not told me that there was a scrap of paper. You could have just had my character not notice it. That would have been like, sure, a slightly, like, still a bit of an obtuse puzzle. Like, it doesn't really solve that part. But it doesn't have the part where your character notices something, but you don't have to get a book out of the library to take a piece of paper out of it! Like...
Yeah, also... Yeah, and this is all contingent on you examining an unimportant object twice.
And it's
I
like...
think adventure games might be bad.
The thing is, even that is like, that's fucking, the manual tells you to do it. What the fuck ever. I'm just mad about the fact that only after you give the library card to the librarian, then interact with the book, lets you take the scrap of paper. That is the part that makes me furious. Because it's like, the game presents you with information that your character knows, your character sees that it is there, but your character resolutely ignores it. It's not even like, I don't want to do that right now, it's just like, I don't know, what do you mean, huh?
Yeah. Like, what I'm pointing out is that in both cases, these are about, like, noticing things about the interface itself, just not fucking cooperating with what you would ideally want your character to notice and do.
Yeah.
But in the exact opposite direction in both ways. Where on the one hand, it's just not telling you about the thing that you're supposed to notice until you're like asking it a second time. And then on the other thing, it's not letting you interact with the thing that you do notice.
3:58 p.m.
Which is even more frustrating. I wonder if you can sequence break this game on your next run, right? And just like enter in the Tuttle code before you get the library.
This place looks like
I feel like it would probably refuse to do.
Yeah, given what we already learned about the library. But it's worth trying the next time.
These are ancient symbols covering this mausoleum. But I'm not up on my Egyptian.
Yeah, see, now I'm getting a different interaction. Like, these didn't interact like this before.
It worked. The door opened. Feels like a cold draft just hit me. Or is it just my nerves?
I mean, it's a tomb.
I guess the caskets have been sealed shut to preserve freshness. The names on these caskets.
Okay, I'm gonna dip out for now.
Gonna
Good
be
luck.
just like the seventh guess.
Bye.
You're gonna open one of these caskets. Bye. You're gonna open one of these caskets, the other one's gonna close, etc., etc.
Julia Tuttle, beloved Tuttle, beloved butcher. Gary Tuttle, beloved cousin. Leonard Tuttle, beloved son. Patrick Tuttle, beloved grandfather. Great, now I have Grandpa Pat all over me. Great, now I have Cousin Gary all over me. Now I have Julius all over me.
I don't care. I give up. I don't care about morals.
No, you found it.
Yeah, I did find it. I just was like, maybe I have to choose the right one the first time, but...
To meditate. Not that I have time.
Oh, this is nice. This is a nice screen.
Yeah. Is that my house?
I can just barely see my house from here.
Okay, so now I can unlock the clock. Dilbert's gonna be over soon. And then I can maybe try going into the Dark World. That was just it being 5 o'clock.
One moment.
Oh, I thought that was in my video game.
Sorry.
Yeah, I did too.
When you get a chance, can you move your clothes in the dryer?
What does that say? I can't read it. In the clock?
Dedicated to John McKeegan for 25 years of loyal service.
Okay. Does it have like a false back or something?
I can't like interact with it because clicking on it at all makes it go away. Even right clicking to like.
Maybe you gotta put something inside of it?
This isn't happy hour. I don't have any bullets.
Ah, that's a pretty good joke.
The clock casing is locked for some reason. So I have to use the key to open it. But... yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do here. That's bizarre. Very strange indeed. Dilbert should be here.
No, your typing's pretty loud.
Sorry.
No worries.
It's 6 p.m. Yeah,
What the fuck?
eating in front of your house. So I don't understand.
I don't get it. Well, whatever. Let's go to the Dark World.
An unnatural glow emanates from the chamber. Strange machines provide energy, nourishing the creatures cocooned in their sacs.
I do love the, like, different UI in this area.
Yeah, this rocks. Like, aesthetically, this game is on lock.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really has a
twist and
of
rise
what it can do.
as it hangs from its biomechanical umbilicus.
Like, say what you will about this time, but this is a gorgeous game. Great. Now, you'll appreciate this comparison. It's like this is a DOS game, but it's the most PC 98 ass DOS game.
Oh, 100%. It's got a frame. If a game's got a frame, it's a PC 98 game. Anyways, I hope you didn't want colors.
No, of course.
This is what I knew about this game, is all this shit. Oh, and you have to leave the doors in your house open so you can get through the Dark World.
These look like the plans for a gruesome biological experiment on a human.
I love the generic adventure game protagonist tone of voice.
Yeah.
These look like the plans for a gruesome biological experiment on a human.
Yeah, and it says Dawson right on it.
Yeah.
He's totally nonplussed by entering the Dark World.
Sets my teeth on edge.
Dawson is us, right?
Yeah.
Bro, they're gonna eat you.
I feel like a cold wind just ran through my bones. That machinery hum sets my teeth on edge.
Oh, some binoculars.
There's a pair of binoculars.
Okay,
Been
sure.
For me? This cold and creepy landscape does not look like an inviting place for a picnic.
Of course. Of course that lever would make me die and then be put in some sort of weird chamber with the weird egg thing. Of course!
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna reload and
video
do some
games
more.
ran.
I'm gonna reload and do some more fiddling around in the Dark World before I call it. David Bean.
We've really been streaming all that long? Yeah. Wow, we have.
Yeah, like 2.5 hours.
It even left me with a monster headache. wall of skulls seems to be.
Yeah, I'll say you made a lot. You actually made quite a good amount of progress with no help at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at adventure games.
Yeah, this really proves it to me that you're like this is widely considered a pretty difficult bullshit adventure.
On a human.
And you figured it out pretty frictionlessly. Like this isn't the worst
I would say
designed
there was
adventure
some
game
friction.
ever.
Well, I'll gripe and moan
Yeah,
about it, but I did get there.
Cold wind just ran through my bones. That
Yeah.
machinery hum sets my teeth on edge.
There was some friction, but like it's not well just regular binoculars.
Yeah, the regular
Just
binoculars are
regular
really funny.
binoculars.
Okay, it probably doesn't work if I use gloves to pull it, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
This looks
It
like
works.
a strange
Nice.
abode of a biomechanical leech, draining the life force from its victims.
Mike Dawson's awful perceptive for entering the dark world.
Yeah.
Used to trap its victims.
That's probably some kind of force
Like,
field
oh, I
generator
know.
that the biological leech uses to trap its victims. Why do you know that? Why do you think that?
It just stands to reason. It's just probable. It's just his best educated guess.
Very well drained by life force.
Of course, and this is where the sardines come into play.
Nothing will help these victims.
Nothing will help these poor victims.
Not even a delicious sardine.
sardines. God,
Okay, now that door's open. Can I feed these skulls a sardine?
are you feeling all right? Nah, man, I'm in the dark world.
Nah, yeah, I'm in the fucking dark.
Strange alien smells are rising from the half-dead creatures encased in these glass.
Oh, this is your kitchen,
Yeah,
right? That's what this is?
I think so.
Right, so that thing on the left would be your fridge that's jammed shut.
There's an empty case. Just waiting for the alien's next victim. I don't think I really want to climb inside.
Just open it.
This is some alien experiment that appears to have gone wrong. The poor creature is still half alive in there.
Did you inspect that Olsen guy in the background?
Yeah, I tried to.
This
Out
is
the
the
front
outside
door.
of the alien edifice. It reminds
Whoa!
me somewhat of the
He
front
reminds
of
me
my own
somewhat of
house.
the front of my own house. A dark... What's the fucking phrase?
A dark relic of a
A relic
future past or this dark future.
This large room looks like a control center.
I
Polygon.
love the 3D rotating sphere.
It wouldn't be wise to press any buttons before reading the owner's manual. These petrified images of this alien forest remind me of something I had nightmares about as a child.
Right, and this is on the way to the graveyard.
All my gut feelings tell me not to go in there. However, nothing ventured.
Well,
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Look, Gordon, ropes.
Hi all, good news.
Perhaps it would be
The,
to return home now.
Yeah.
the premonition that is pasta has come to pass. Observe the star actually spirals and experience 3 new emotions.
the relic of a dark pasta.
What are the 3 new
And
emotions?
it's true.
What are the 3 emotions?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to experience the first one, stand up.
Okay.
Now grimace. Now raise one hand to your right eye.
Mm-hmm.
You're now experiencing the first emotion.
There's a horrible.
What do you
The first
think?
emotion appears to be being a little bit silly.
The frost-covered viewport.
Uh-huh.
I think that one existed already.
No, this is a new one. You can only experience it while grimacing.
Mm.
Aliens
Being a little bit silly, but also tense.
chamber. If I used my unprotected hands, they would fry in an instant.
And
Use
gardening
your
gloves
unprotected
are so
hands.
good for electrical insulation. I can confirm this as an ex-electrician.
The gloves was disintegrated. No.
Now how are you supposed to keep your fingerprints off that gun?
Seems like less good. There's this scary ghoul.
Honestly, it probably wouldn't even matter if you did, whether you used the gloves or not. I think the cops, like this small town attitude,
Yeah.
the new guy rolls into town, you're gonna be the first suspect if the gun goes missing to the police.
Mm-hmm. So, I enabled the power so I can go in here now. I think I enabled the power, anyway. This might kill me, though. No, okay. I guess I didn't. Oh. Okay, so if I get too tired in the dark world, I do die.
Yeah.
That
If you
makes
get
sense.
too tired in the dark world, you do get shoved in the dark world fringe.
Right.
So I imagine you are all hearing the sound of my washing machine taking off.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like it's gonna fly
Yes,
in
I
the
do
dark
appear
world.
to.
Okay. Well, I mean, we made pretty
That
good.
sounds actually diegetic.
Yeah. That was a.
Yeah, your dark
like
world,
that.
your dark world washing machine sounds very normal, actually.
It's actually a part of the game.
It's not mitified enough is the main problem. I think that might be where I leave off for now, because we're almost at about 3 hours, and my brain is shriveled from all of the horrible alien experiments, and also playing Darkseid is hard. It's a hard game.
Yeah, the alien the alien experiments that I put Riley through.
Yeah, this is happening to me, basically, is what's happening.
Yeah, I did this to Riley in real life.
Yeah.
It even left me with a monster headache.
We might be able to continue where we
And
left off
not in a
last time.
fetish way.
Not in a fetish way.
My head is killing
Let's just see what happens if I just leave him to, like, if I just don't cure his headache.
Those wooden planks creak a lot. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Yeah, you can press T to speed up time.
I would have loved to know that.
I've seen countless guests come and go, but it's just me now.
Why should she have told you that?
I think I will go to bed now.
Yeah, that would have counted as a hint. I figured you would read the
I
manual.
moved in.
It seems like I've had this headache since I moved.
Well, there's the ghoul.
Did he just automatically go to bed by himself?
Yeah, if you wait too long.
I guess the consequence for not taking your headache pills is you just complains every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Mean headache. My head is killing me.
To be fair, this is just what happens when you have a headache.
I feel sleepy. I think I'll go to bed now.
Good night.
Let's see what happens if I just, like, wait a whole nother day.
Oh, you should pick up the phone on day 3.
But my headache and these nightmares are getting worse. My head feels like it's going to explode. I can't think of anyone I want to call right now.
Oh, I guess nothing.
It seems like I've had this headache since I
Time
moved
has
in.
run out. The alien embryo implanted in your brain is released. You die. Earth is doomed.
I guess it is a pretty short game.
Oh, hell yeah!
I love that.
It really is just like a shitty Xenomorph. Like a shittier Xenomorph. Okay, well, thank you all for joining us on this dark adventure. We'll be back next week to actually complete this game for real. It is literally just a Xenomorph with eyes pasted on, yeah, so it just looks worse. I did pretty good. Troka next time will be guiding me, hopefully.
Yeah. Once this will not take long. So
Yeah,
you should have a second game lined up.
I will. Maybe the start of Darkseid 2.
Yeah, that would be good. Although that one has a lot of that one's more technically difficult. But
Yeah, it's-
going right from Darkseid 1 to 2 would be pretty good already.
I mean, yeah, that's the idea. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us. And we'll be back next week, back to regularly scheduled FMV. I should hopefully be free for the next few weeks. I just had some busy work stuff in the last couple of weeks. And also moving. I've moved now. But yeah.
Yeah, she moved to the house from Darkseid.
Yeah, I mean, I just had this headache since I moved in, and I don't really get it. But I've been here for more than 3 days, so maybe it's fine.
I think you need to kill your headache, Riley.
How do I do that?
Ibuprofen.
Yeah, you're gonna have to play. You're gonna have to play the game
Doctor's
to
office.
figure out how to cure your.
It even left me with a monster.
You're gonna have to play the. You're gonna have to finish Darkseid 1 to figure out how to cure your headache. So we'll figure out how to do that next week.
Yeah.
And hopefully you're not dead.
Hopefully I'm not dead and that
Hopefully
world
Earth
hasn't
isn't
fallen
doomed.
into it. Yeah, hopefully Earth isn't doomed.
My head feels
Okay.
like it's going to explode.
Good night.